Long-term food storage.
Those are expensive. Those and those are not nearly as expensive. Those will store a long time.
How long will canned food last? Well, in this video, we're going to try to answer that question. And by the time the video is over, you will know whether or not your canned food is still good and safe to eat, whether it's in date or out of date.
And at the end of the video, we're going to compare these two cans of Beanie Weenies similar to the way that I did in these two videos. This one has a best buy date of June 7th, 2025. I got this one yesterday. This one has an expiration date of May 28th, 2017. So I've had this can for 8 to 9 years. This one for 1 day. So how do you know if a particular can of food is safe to eat? Is it by the best buy date? Well, again, as you can see from these two videos, that's not the case. So if the best buy date or the expiration date is not the way to determine if a can of food is safe to eat, how do you make that determination? How you would determine whether or not a can of food is safe to eat, irregardless of the expiration or best buy date. Before you open the can, does it have holes in it? Is the can swollen? Not sure if you guys can see it on this can, but I can see it here. It is swollen ever so slightly. So would I eat it? No, I won't. Is the can rusted? Do the seams seem to be damaged? That one is somewhat. So is that one. Also check this seam if there appears to be damage anywhere on the can. So if the seams are damaged, don't eat them. Will you throw away a couple of cans here and there that maybe was still good? Maybe. Better to throw one away that you're unsure about than not to throw away one that you should have been sure about. Also, still before you open the can, is the can dented? And if so, is it dented in such a way that it has or may have caused damage to the seam or the seal of the can? And if the can appears to be or feels like it's partially empty, it probably is, which means it has been damaged and or contaminated. So, if the answer to any of those questions is yes, before you open the can, get rid of that can. So if your can passed the before opening test, the next thing is when you are opening the can. If it makes a sound or hisses like this, could you all hear that? Went out of here. If when you sink the can opener into the can, juice, water, broth, whatever bubbles or squirts out, can's no good. So if your can passed the first set of tests and the second set of tests, there's one more set of tests. We call that the third set of tests. So after you open the can, if it looks bad, get rid of it. If it's badly discolored, get rid of it. If it has a bad odor, and they too stink, it's out of here. From my experiences over the past 20 plus years of storing canned foods, most of the problems I've had have came from tomato products with holes coming into the can after a few years. The can will be partially empty or completely empty. I've also had problems with some of my canned foods with rust because I didn't store them properly. What are the proper storage conditions for your canned foods? Don't store them in a place that has high temperatures, preferably around 75 or a little cooler. Don't store them in really hot conditions. Don't store them where there will be large temperature fluctuations repeatedly. Don't put them where they will freeze and thaw and freeze and thaw and so on. In a clean area, free of vermin and filth, obviously. And I would suggest that you check them on a regular basis, every 3 to 6 months, or more often if you want. If you see a problem with a can, check them all and see what's causing that problem and change the conditions. So just how long will your canned food last with the proper storage conditions? The USDA, Department of Agriculture website. How long can you keep canned goods? If cans are in good condition, no dents, swelling, or rust, and have been stored in a cool, clean, dry place, they are safe indefinitely. I do have some links down in the description box of other videos from other channels here on YouTube discussing the storage life of shelf, the storage life of canned foods, and also some videos showing the opening of canned foods that are much, much older than any that I have here. If you'd like to see those, the links are below. So now let's go check those 2 cans of Beanie Weenies. The old one and the new one. The new can. The old can. Okay, that's the new can. That's the old can. Don't know if you guys can see it or not. This one looks a little bit darker as far as the juice. The new can, the old can. That one does look darker. It actually looks better. Hey, that one did have some weenies in it. That's the old one. 2 tests to go. Can you guys smell them? Smells like Beanie Weenies. The new one, the old one. Smells like Beanie Weenies. Last test. Taste test. The new one. It's pretty good if you like Beanie Weenies, and I do. The old one. Tastes like Beanie Weenies, an ever so slightly stronger Beanie Weenie taste. And for me personally, I would have to say that this one tastes better. It's actually the hot dogs or the weenies that taste better in this one than in the other one. The 10,000 subscriber giveaway. The winner that I announced a couple weeks ago did not contact me. So I will be choosing a new winner, and in the next 2 videos, within the next 2 videos, I will film that and announce the new winner. So stay tuned. And for the best canned foods to store as survival foods, check out this video.